Being the inhabitants on the banks of river Saraswati in Kashmirapura, that is the modern state of Jammu and Kashmir, the community has been called as Saraswat Brahmins. They were continued to be addressed by that name when they migrated towards the plains of UP, Bihar, Bengal, Odisha, etc., when the river Saraswati was showing the signs of drying up. Much later, on sage Parashurama's request, by around 12,240 BCE, the Saraswat Brahmins from 66 families belonging to 10 Gotras of Tripura, that is the modern Tirhut division, comprising 6 districts of East Champaran, West Champaran, Sitamarhi, Shivahar, Muzaffarpur, and Vaishali in Bihar, migrated to Gomantaka Desha for conducting the Vedic rituals. For the sake of specific identity, they were called Gauda Saraswata Brahmins. Thus, the word Gauda was a later day addition to the community's name. It helped to differentiate the Saraswata Brahmins from south of India. Thus, if one was referred to as Gauda Saraswata Brahmin, it merely indicated that he was Saraswata Brahmin from North India. It will be interesting to note that for thousands of years the mighty mountain ranges of Vindhyas that run north of and roughly parallel to the Narmada river in Madhya Pradesh, extending up to Gujarat in the west, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar in the north, and Chhattisgarh in the east, have been a traditional boundary between the north and the South India. The Vindhya mountain ranges have a great significance in Indian mythology and history. Several ancient texts mention the Vindhyas as the traditional boundary between North and South India. The words like Gauda and Dravid have been found to be frequently used in Sanskrit literature, and epics like Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavat, etc., to identify people residing on either side of the Vindhya mountain ranges. While those residing on the north of Vindhyas were referred as Gaudas, the word Dravid has been used to denote those who reside on the south of Vindhyas. Both the words therefore purely denote geographical identity of people or community and have nothing to do with the race, caste, color, creed, as has been made out now by the vested interests and politicians. Faced with the relentless onslaught of agnostic thoughts spread by the Buddhists, by the turn of the 8th BC, the Gauda Saraswata Brahmins of Gomantaka Desha perhaps might have felt the need to get organized under a spiritual head to protect themselves. That finally bore fruit with the start of Sri Samsthan Kavle Mutt, originally at Kaloshi, then rebuilt in Ponda, Gomantaka Desha, that has accepted Advaita Vedanta. Since Saraswata Brahmins right from their days in Kashmirapura were followers of Rig Vedic Smarta Sampradaya, they only continued it under the newly established Mat. Under the Smarta Sampradaya, worship of Shiva and Bhavani are important. The Mutt also took initiative to construct lot of temples in and around Ponda. The famous Shanta Durga, Mahalasa Narayani temples, etc. of Ponda were outcome of such efforts by that Mutt. But when Madhvacharya appeared on the horizon by the end of the 13th century AD with his unique Dvaita Vedanta philosophy, where the worship of Vishnu is considered as the highest ideal with devotion as tool, many from the Smartha Sampradaya found it very appealing that finally resulted in establishment of a separate religious institution under the name Gokarna Parthagalli Mutt in Madgaon, Goa by 1560 AD. But soon the Christian missionaries unleashed religious persecution. Both the mutts, that is the Kavale Mutt and Sri Gokarna Parthagalli Mutt, and the innumerable temples under it were razed to the ground, forcing most of the followers to flee to other parts of the country. While some of those Gauda Saraswata Brahmins migrated to north in areas like Balavali and Rajapur village in Rajapur Taluka, Ratnagiri district in Maharashtra, others went further down to south and got settled down in Shirali village in Uttara Kannada district, Karnataka. Places like Karkala, Udupi, Bantwal, Sulia in Dakshina Kannada and Kodagu etc. in Karnataka, the Gauda Saraswata Brahmins found safe places to get settled down. But a huge majority preferred Kerala as it already had sizable number of Gauda Saraswata Brahmins who had migrated out of Gomantaka Desha right from 1370 AD when the Delhi Sultan started religious persecution. Those Gauda Saraswata Brahmins in Kerala and the coastal district of Karnataka got a separate religious mutt of their own when Sri Kashi Math Samsthan was started in 1542 AD with Swami Yadavendra Tirtha as the first spiritual head. Sri Kashi Math Samsthan followed Dvaita Sampradaya of Vaishnavism as advocated by the great Srimad Madhvacharya. By 1757 AD, the Gauda Saraswata Brahmins who got migrated to Shirali village in Karnataka also got organized under another spiritual institution named under Sri Chitrapur Mutt that followed Smartha Sampradaya. Thus, as it stands now, on the south of India, the Saraswata Brahmins community can be broadly grouped into four. 1. The Rajapur and Balwalikar Gauda Saraswata Brahmins, now together prefer to be called Rajapur Saraswata Brahmins, are organized under Sri Kavale Mutt, Ponda, Goa. This group used the names of their original native villages of Goa as surnames. Some examples are Kakodkar, Tendulkar, Bandivadekar, Madkaikar, Borkar, Navelkar, Marathe, Lolirkar, Karlekar, Bhargav, Shendre, Shenai, Gavalkar, etc., where the word kar means from or native of. Thus, Kakodkar means person from village known as Kakod. This helped in easy identification of the profession and the nativity, as in those days each village considered of people having a common profession. Number 2. Chitrapur Saraswata Brahmins under Sri Chitrapur Mutt, Shirali, Uttara Kannada district, Karnataka. People from this group prefix the village name before their names of the person and suffix it with family profession his family had while in Goa, though it has nothing to do with the present profession of that individual. For example, Padbidri Mohandas Prabhu, where the word Padbidri denotes the name of the village the person and his ancestors got migrated to from Goa, and Mohandas refers the person's name And Prabhu, the original profession he or his family had while in Goa. 3. Gauda Saraswata Brahmins under Sri Samsthan Gokarna Partagalle Jivotan Mat, Madgaon, Goa. 4. Gauda Saraswata Brahmins under Sri Kashimat Samsthan, Varanasi. The Gauda Saraswata Brahmins under Sri Samsthan Gokarna Partagalle Mat and Sri Kashimat have surnames that indicate their profession before the migration out of Goa. For example, Prabhu, Shanai, Kamath, Malya, Naik, Kini, Bhatt, etc. But it is also common for them in rural areas to prefix the name of the joint family, the Tharwad, which generally would be the name of a village or location and also the name and surname of father. For example, Bembrakada Govinda Prabhu, Giri Prabhu means Giri belonging to Bembrakada family, or living in Bembrakada village having a profession of Prabhu whose father's name is Govinda Prabhu. Thus, it can be noted that these organized arrangements leave out a huge number of Saraswata Brahmins residing in the north of India, that is, in the northern India, as totally unorganized.